5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jay, and today I'm going to talk about a job interview. Have you ever thought about going on an interview for a new job? It makes you nervous just to think about it, and that is pretty normal, I think. Everyone gets nervous when they go to an interview for a new job, but being well prepared for an interview can really reduce your stress level and the stress level when you walk in the door to the interview room. One way to prepare for an interview is to think about the typical question that you're frequently asked by the interviewer. If you know which question you're going to ask, you can prepare your answer beforehand. Then, when you are talking with the interviewer, you will make a much better impression on the interviewers. So today, I here with some typical questions that you're asked in the future interview. Probably the most frequently asked question in any job interview is not really a question. It's more like a request, which is introduce yourself to me. The interviewer's purpose in asking this question is eliciting information which is related to a job and related to the position. Some people make the mistake of taking this request literally and simply giving an answer about their life history. But in fact, the best point to focus on when answering this question is past work experience and activities which is related to the actual opening jobs. Another very common question that comes up on the interview is why do you want to work for these companies? A surefire way to get across your name off from the candidate list for a job is by not having an answer for this question. If you don't have an answer ready for this question, you're letting your interviewer know that you haven't done much research about the company or about the job you're applying for. Candidates can give detailed information about the company and about the job can really impress the interviewer who you're interviewing. And some good things to cover before an interview can include company's philosophy, goals, products, and organizational structure. And two other questions that many people find it difficult to answer are, which is what are your strengths and what is your biggest weakness. People have a hard time to answering the fourth question because it feels like boosting or showing off in some ways. But an interview is no time to be shy or to be modesty. The second question poses a problem because the answer needs to be a weakness that sounds like a strength. For example, saying that you are not a very good decision maker or rather a researcher. But instead of saying that you are a researcher, you can say that you are too attentive when you make any decision. A good tip to keep in mind to mention how you are trying to improve your weakness, and you need to show the interviewer that you have the potential that this company is looking for. So far, I talked about some possible questions that you might be asked when you face it in a real interview. And those are introduce yourself to me and why do you want to work for this company and question about your strengths and weaknesses. Now, what you need to do before your interview is not to worry about your interview, but to try to prepare for those possible questions that you might be asked, as many as you can. And keep in mind that an interview is the first and the last chance that you can show your potential to the interviewer. So thank you for listening and thank you.
5 minutes.
Whoa, 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes.
Okay. So let's give Jay some feedback. Christina?
First of all, the topic is very useful for prospective job seekers like us. And her eye contact is nice, and her volume of voice is loud enough, and her articulation is clear to understand what she was trying to deliver. And her enthusiasm, her enthusiastically